Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Rachel from somerootswonder.com. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the trip my boyfriend Kevin and I took to Leesburg, Virginia. We went to Leesburg primarily to go to the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience, but we also went to visit Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. But first, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Airbnb we stayed at. We stayed at a small Airbnb that was in the basement of the host home. It was perfect for a 3-night stay. It had a nice sized kitchen. It did not have a stove, but there was an air fryer and a toaster. Off of the kitchen was the bedroom that had a huge king size bed. It also had a closet that they had turned into a yoga studio. Next to the bedroom was a closet with access to a washer and dryer. And to the right was a bathroom with his and her sinks and a shower. It was a simple Airbnb and we enjoyed our stay there. I will link the Airbnb below in the description box. We arrived Sunday evening, and after stopping at the Airbnb, we went to the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience at Morven Park. I do have a full video of this experience that I posted a couple weeks ago, so I will add that link to the description box below and at the top of the video.
Patrona.
The next morning, we went to the historic downtown area of Leesburg for brunch and to check out the local bookshops. We went to Cowbell Kitchen for breakfast. It was a cute spot that had an outdoor patio area for patrons to sit at. Luckily, it was a warm and sunny day, so we were able to enjoy our brunch outside. I got a vanilla latte that was delicious, and I can't remember what Kevin got, but it was really good too. I ordered the roasted chicken sandwich, and Kevin had the OG breakfast sandwich. Both sandwiches were delicious, so I would definitely recommend Cowbell Kitchen if you're ever in the area. After brunch, we went to Birch Tree Books that was conveniently located right next to Cowbell Kitchen. I didn't get a lot of footage in the bookstore, but here is a shot of the plant room that had a variety of plants and plant-themed books, as well as those lovely vintage chairs in the back. They cost over $1,000 and I really wanted them, but I couldn't afford them and I don't have any room in my apartment for them anyway. I did purchase a book there though. I'm going to share that at the end of the video with a little haul of some of the things I purchased on our trip. We wanted to experience some local history while we were in Leesburg, so we went back to Morven Park to take a tour of the Morven Mansion. The tour did allow for video and photos, but there was a family on the tour with us, and I didn't want to include any shots with them or of their children, so I took some photos instead. And now for some brief history on the Morven Mansion. Early structures have been on the site since around 1780, but the last family to live in the mansion was Westmoreland Davis and his family. Davis was a lawyer from New York who purchased the estate to become a gentleman farmer. Also, Davis was the governor of Virginia from 1918 to 1922. After the mansion tour, we popped into the carriage museum to have a look around there as well, and then we just walked around the grounds for a bit since it was so nice out. If you are interested in more history pertaining to the Morven Mansion and estate, I will link the Morven website down below. Later in the evening, we went to a highly rated burger joint called Melt Gourmet Cheeseburgers. We had high expectations for this restaurant based on the reviews and the numerous amounts of awards that they have. There was a big sign inside about being one of the best burger joints in America according to TripAdvisor. And it was incredibly disappointing. It was definitely not the best burger I ever had, nor even in the running for the best burger I've ever had. It was average and really quite bland. The best part about the meal was the fries, and they weren't even that great. I ordered a bacon cheeseburger, and Kevin ordered the Philly cheeseburger. So yeah, bacon cheeseburger is pretty basic, and if you can't even do that right, then I don't know. I don't understand how this place is so popular. But anyway, after our disappointing dinner, we didn't want to end the night early, so we grabbed some Starbucks and went to Topgolf. By the time we got to Topgolf, I was so exhausted that I just ended up watching Kevin smash golf balls for an hour, and I sat on the couch and sipped water. Tuesday morning, we woke up bright and early to drive to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Harpers Ferry is a national historic park that's situated at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers, where Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia meet. Harpers Ferry is a historic town due to its significance in the Civil War, as well as being an important industrial and transportation hub in the 19th century. The reason that I wanted to come visit here is because my parents visited here before they had me when they lived in Virginia when my dad was in the Army, and they've always told me that I would enjoy this historic town, so we decided to stop here. The area that we are walking through now are museums and buildings that have been reconstructed by the National Park Service, so we did go in these buildings, but I didn't get any video of that. Continuing up the hill are local shops and restaurants. So when we got there, we were pretty hungry, so we decided to grab a coffee and sandwiches at the Battlegrounds coffee shop. I ordered a BLT on sourdough with a pumpkin spice latte, and Kevin had a Screaming Jenny sandwich, which was turkey and then some spicy chipotle, peppers, and jalapenos. Everything we ordered was delicious, so I definitely recommend this shop as well if you're in Harpers Ferry. After lunch, we walked some of the trails in the area, went into some of the museums at the bottom of the hill that I mentioned earlier, and visited some of the local shops. We really enjoyed our visit to Harpers Ferry. The town had tons of historic small town charm and some beautiful views. It was also the perfect day outside. It was warm and sunny, so we really enjoyed our time here and wish we had some more time because there were some trails that we didn't get to, but maybe if we're in the area again, we'll make another stop at Harpers Ferry. Wednesday was our last day in Virginia, so we started out our morning with coffee and breakfast at Dolce and Ciabatta Bakery. This place was amazing. They even gave us some free pastries since it was our first time visiting their bakery, which completely blew us away that they would just give out free pastries to first timers. I ordered a harvest latte and it was one of the best lattes I've ever had in my life, and I am quite a coffee connoisseur. I'm always into trying different lattes and different coffee shops, so yeah, I was super impressed. I also got a brioche sandwich that was really tasty. We got a loaf of their rosemary sourdough to take home that was good, and their pastries were really tasty as well. After breakfast, we hit up a couple antique stores and some home decor shops on our way home. We didn't end up buying anything at these shops, but as usual, I spotted lots of cute furniture that I wish I had room for, but I don't in our one-bedroom apartment, so I just took pictures of it instead. After that, we headed home. We did make a couple stops along the way just to get out and get some air, and we also got some Chick-fil-A as well. Hello, so now we are at the haul portion of the video. I picked up a couple things on our trip, so I just want to show you what I got. The first thing I'm going to show you is from the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest experience. So everything I have is in this bag that actually says the Forbidden Forest experience. And I just pulled out like the number one thing that I got there, and I'm sure you all know what this is just by the shape of the box. It is a wand. So this is like kind of like what it actually looks like in the movie, and I definitely wanted a wand because I don't have one. So I'm just gonna pull that out. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. It has this ribbon fabric. And then the wand is in here. So I did get Dumbledore's wand or the Elder wand. And so here is the wand, the Elder wand. And the reason that I purchased the Elder wand, it doesn't have to do with like a character or anything like that. It simply is because this is the most powerful wand that was ever created. And I kind of like the idea of having a very powerful wand, and also because I really enjoyed the story that the Elder Wand came from. So the book that the Elder Wand story is in is called Tales of the Beetle Bard. It's about three brothers who meet death. So if you haven't read Tales of Beetle the Bard or listened to it on audiobook, I would recommend reading that. It is pretty long too. It has like a nice weight to it. I was looking at some of the other wands and they just didn't feel right in my hands, so I ended up choosing this one. So I'm going to put this back in the box and show you the next thing I got. So another item that I got from the Harry Potter experience was this plastic butterbeer cup. So if you wanted butterbeer, you could just get it in a bottle, or you can get it in this take-along cup. So I decided to get it in the cup so I had something to take home with me. So I mentioned in the Harry Potter video, which is a separate video from this one, that I tried butterbeer for the first time, and I don't know if it was because it wasn't at like Universal or what the deal was, but it was really disgusting. It tasted like watered down butterscotch with plastic. It was really awful. So I did try to drink it, even though we paid like $13 for it, but yeah, I got this plastic cup out of it at least, so I guess it was worth the $13. And the last thing that I got at the Harry Potter experience was a chocolate frog. So I usually get these when I can find them. They have the collectible wizard cards inside. They didn't have the little box of jelly beans, so I wasn't able to get jelly beans when I was there, but I got the chocolate frog. I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to save this for another time. So I mentioned earlier in the video that I bought a book at the bookshop we went to, and the book I bought was Hester. This is a new book that just recently came out. It's by Lori Lyko. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Albanese. Also, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly either. I read this book when we came back home because I still had vacation from work, and I read this book within 2 days. It was really, really good. So this is a retelling of Nathaniel Hawthorne's Scarlet Letter, which I have not read and is on my to-be-read list. But I really enjoyed this book. It's a historical fiction. It is set in Salem, Massachusetts, so it does get into some of witchy vibes. So if you're a historical fiction fan or you like to read witchy things, I would recommend reading Hester. It's really good. It has a very strong female main character in it, and I do like reading strong female characters. The last two things that I got came from a shop in Harpers Ferry. I bought 2 pieces of jewelry in this shop. So the one thing that I got was this cat ring, and then I got a necklace. So I'm gonna get closer to the camera so you guys can see this better. All right, so that is the cat ring. And then this is the necklace. So that's everything that I got on this trip. I try not to buy too many things when I go on vacation because I don't want to bring a bunch of stuff home. So that's going to conclude the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button because that really helps out my channel. And I will see you in the next video.